Signori, si parte. Detroit Pistons contro Cleveland Cavaliers.
Out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Big Red.
No, ma per forza sta visuale devo giocare. No, ma non mi piace.
No doubt this young man didn't get selected in the draft, but has fought his way onto a team nonetheless.
Scusate un attimo. Visuale. Ma lo skybox me lo dà dritto, scusa. Perché non mi fa giocare con lo skybox?
And Kevin, no telling how far this journey will go, but you have to applaud him for at least making his way into an NBA game, even when things didn't look so good for him.
And for Cleveland, Kevin Love out there with Anderson Varejao. Then there's Marion, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Miller in at the shooting guard position. And for the Pistons, Big Red in at two guard. Jonas Jerebko out there with Kyle Singler.
Hey, calma, Gray,
and it's Augustine in at the point guard. And for Cleveland, Irving is out there with Miller. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Marion, and it's Varejao in at the
ho fatto fallo.
Good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Ah, peccato il Nuggets ci prova.
Big Red in at shooting guard. Jonas Jerebko out there with Gray. Then there's DJ Augustine, and it's Singler in at the small forward spot. And for the Cavaliers, they've got Marion. Anderson Varejao is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Mike Miller, and it's Irving at the point. Out to Miller, just two to shoot. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
And for the Pistons, Big Red, he's in at shooting guard. Kyle Singler is out there with your Then there's Gray,
va bene,
and it's Augustine in at the one. And for the Cavaliers, Kevin Love out there with Marion. Then it's Mike Miller. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Varejao in at the center position.
Attenzione al Nuggets contro Miller. This is NBA, signori. This is NBA.
Shot from the wing. And another miss by Cleveland. Detroit's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Kyrie Irving.
Grande azione. Bravo Pierino.
Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his closet, it certainly wasn't far from.
E la metto.
Need more than that, son.
Doing what I can, coach.
Basta, siamo ritornati in panchina. Va bene. Più 5 Detroit. Il Nuggets rientra in campo. No, finito il primo tempo.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. All right, you starters, I expect you guys to be nice and fresh in the second half. Bench really gave us some great production. Nice to see something from everybody out there. On the flip side, I liked what I saw out of us on D. There was good communication. Keep talking and cooperating, just like that. I want you to go out for the third quarter and work your tails off to find the open space on the perimeter and get those high percentage shots.
Va bene.
We know.
Ma io voglio... Perché non mi mette la... Ho giocato solo 2 minuti, vabbè, ma io voglio gli schemi.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
It's go time. Check in.
I'm on it.
Come on, Naguzzi.
Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
Carving.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. I mean, they weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their
Irving.
movement away from the ball.
Più
Not very
4
crisp.
Detroit,
And so in the game for the
attenzione.
Cavaliers, the two stars,
Fallo.
LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. Irving is out there with Mike Miller, and it's Verjao in at the pivot spot.
Irving dalla lunetta. Mette il primo.
It's fair.
Sto marcando Miller.
Although
Sì,
in
sì,
his
sì,
first
va
3
bene.
seasons, he has yet to stay healthy, start to finish.
Big Red's checked in for the Pistons. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And for Kyrie,
Vai, Nuggets, vai, Nuggets.
and put this all to rest, but when he goes to the IR as much as he has, it's a fair question to pose.
Well, that's what he's got to do, Kevin. He's got to put together a season or two where he plays, 75, 80, 82 games. Nothing else will
Oh,
put
che
that label
sfiga.
to rest. And it's just a matter of being able to do it. Some of it is luck, and some of it is maybe developing a more sound routine to help his body get through the year.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio.
Dai!
From 12 feet out, that one attack
Bella.
to the right, but drops in for him. Jennings has got the lead up to 5 now for the Pistons. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Oklahoma City.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop them.
Cos'è? Fallo su LeBron? Si è fatto male LeBron! Oddio! Oddio!
Well, Kevin Durant, last season's MVP, but LeBron James has won 4 in the last 6 seasons. He's one of only 5 players to
Meno
ever win
4.
that many, and you can bet he'd love to win a few more.
E dentro Butler.
And you remember LeBron James came within 1 vote, Clark, 1 vote of being the league's first ever unanimous MVP back in 2013.
Yeah, he got 120 out of 121 votes. And the question was, who did not vote for him? That's a conversation for another time. One sports writer did choose
Corto!
Anthony. He said he
Gran
didn't expect
rimbalzo,
to
ma
be
non
the
va.
only one. Now he lives in
The writer does.
that's exactly right.
Verjao passes to Love. James kicks to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 12-footer
Fuck.
and hits.
Meno
Irving's
uno.
got 17. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown.
Io
since
voglio
halftime.
gli schemi.
Jennings dishes to Urebko. Passes it to Big Red. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Verjao's got 6 rebounds in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that
Lascia
battle.
sorpasso
The mid-range
Cleveland.
jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
A different look here for Detroit. Kyle Singler's checked in for Urebko. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Big Red. And DJ Augustine subbed in for
In
Brandon
panchina il
Jennings.
Nuggets. Ok.
We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th. Big Red in at shooting guard. Caron Butler is out there with Gray. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Bynum in at the point. That's the group
Più
for
10
Detroit right
Cleveland.
now.
Well
Stiamo
executed
bene.
possession. They
Non ho
controlled
ancora
the
capito
shot.
se è
Nicely done.
pre-season o campionato.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let
Va
up.
bene.
They were full throttle from the start.
That'll do
Devo
it for
capire il
now.
gioco,
For
devo
Doris
capire un
Burke,
po' di
Steve Curry,
robe.
Clark Kellogg, and the rest
Sono
of the
fiducioso. Per Naguzzi, prestazione mediocre, C+. 440 monetine. Statistiche di gioco dei Detroit, miglior Jennings. Ma non c'è coso anche? No, non c'è. L'italiano. Non hanno messo... Ma non ci credo. Vabbè. Shommenio James 23 punti. Nuggets quanti minuti ha giocato? 5 minuti. Un cazzo di statistiche. Va bene, molto bene. Molto bene. Signori, al prossimo video portate pazienza, devo cercare di capire come funziona questo gioco su PS4, visto che arriva da Xbox 360. Ma presto vedrete spettacolo. Ciao a tutti da Nuggets, al prossimo video. Hua!